information on all of the monsters from Fantasy World. Number 1, the Indian Reptiger. Actually, this one isn't from, oh, you gotta be kidding. And it's a, come on, and it's a Duolingo ad. That's the worst ad I've ever seen. Let's actually start with Fantasy World. Making a video.
Audio?
Yes, I'm making a video, bro.
You should come to the other one, okay?
No. A desert camkin. A camel chicken. What can you accept? Like, it isn't a meat eater, it's a plant eater, mostly of cactuses and anything edible. Sometimes it even eats the ground, sand and mud, and it's known to sleep very comfortably. And mostly it is very protectable because it uses its tail like an axe. For an example, let me put you here. Don't worry, he is fine. Yeah, these don't work over there. Okay, next up we have the giant spider, mostly found in caves. Actual nickname, Megalosaurian. Megalo ISNFISZNO Megalozonosaurus. Mostly found in caves, and don't tell me why there is a saurus in its name. It got that nickname because when it was first found from a fossil, it literally looked like it was eating a dinosaur. No information, but it doesn't hurt people. Next up, we have the most aggressive thing yet. This thing. And from what you just saw its name, this is the Hellbird, or Satan's laughter. It's known to be the creature with the most threatening name of all time and the most horrifying face. Ooh, it even gives me shivers. And mostly, it doesn't eat. It actually decapitates its victims and eats the heads of it. So if you see a corpse without its head around in Fantasy World, then you're in danger because this giant bird, in the same species as kiwis, ostriches, and terror birds, if they are even in the same family, they're just a species of terror birds, okay, like Titanus and other stuff. And they have this, and their jaws snap as the same speed as the maximum speed a moa can run up to. That's why they're known to be the most fastest head breakers. Mostly, it's gonna be something with flesh on its head. But if it's not, then you can say it's a knuckle sandwich onto him. You ate my feather. You're gonna die from that. Ow! And mostly, it scoops up water with its beak, and mostly importantly, it eats anything that can fit into its face. Next up, next up we have the Jaw Chomper. The Jaw Chompers are the mutated versions of fox, and when you have this, remember to make its teeth unbreakable because they can be broken, and mostly These things break the laws of physics because their head and body are giant and their legs are skinny and very, you can say, weak. This is because look at the Scorpius rex. It has skinny legs and a large body and it still moves. Same with the Quetzalcoatlus, and if you don't know, if you don't even know how to pronounce the name, just call it by what you call it, okay? The giant pterodactyl. And the Quetzalcoatlus has a unbelievably massive face, and he still flies with it. And mostly importantly, here is actually the most smallest thing here. It's not a baby. It's a laver. What was the name? Land Roverosaurus. They're known to be the most territorial little guys. Basically the scourge of the humans that live here. That are modern humans, and caveman humans. Mostly next up we have a big boy. So big that he makes a T-Rex look like a little tank. This thing is literally the Guardian, the actual tank with legs of Fantasy World. His name is the Megalodon. Is the Megalogonodon. They got that name because they're the closest thing to a megalodon with legs. Because their skeleton literally looked like a megalodon, and they mistook it as a megalodon with legs. Now it got a stupid nickname, the Megalodon with legs. Even though it doesn't even look like its fearsome nickname, it could be actually more of the tank with legs. And mostly, these things are omnivores, so they eat plants and meat. And you see those big teeth on it? Yeah, they use those like some elephant trunks. Use those to fight and, territory and stuff. Next up, we have a little bit more, you can say, territorial creature, the smile worm. But it actually was much smaller and weaker because somebody from the caveman, you can say, caves thought it was bigger, and this is what they thought it looked like. I don't know, I'm making stuff up. Next, and most importantly, the most scavenger idiots. These things are literally, you can say, the raccoons of Fantasy World. They are the most trash-eating monstrosities. Literally, that's the closest thing you can call these things. Because they're known to have stupidly large herds from 11 to 15 gang members, and mostly they're strong enough to take on that tank over there. Mostly, these creatures are known to be fast, agile, and stupidly sharp-toothed. And they are so dangerous that they make a lion and a tiger literally look like kitty cats. And this thing literally looks like a Komodo dragon walking on two legs. Next up, we literally have a snake that is obese. Meet the snake of Queso, or the world eater. This guy has a fearsome name and a fearsome look in his face. He might not be as scary as the Hellbird, but one thing's for all, he is almost the biggest thing. Why say almost? Because the next thing is the biggest thing. The World Stomper. And before we get down to that thing, let's just say, you might think these guys are big, but no, this is actually how big they are. They are actually as big as 1, 2, and a quarter of a melon. 1, 2, and a quarter of a melon. That's how big they actually are. That might be impressively small, but I'm telling you. The next thing makes this guy literally look like a tweed. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me now pronounce to you the World Stomper. Where's the World Stomper? Yes, here he is. Or she. It's known to be the biggest thing on the earth. Most importantly, it's the most territorial thing on this earth. It's known for its absolutely giant body, and it might have the most fandom name. It might have the funniest and also coolest name ever. And also, its name is literally a Star Wars thing. It's called the Living AT-AT. That's its nickname. And what is an AT-AT? Let me show you what's an AT-AT. Just look around for something called saves. Right here, let me just get up. The process is faster. Here's what I mean by AT-AT. This is an AT-AT compared to this absolute monstrosity of a unit. You see the differences? They have the same kind of body shape, and one has a longer neck and longer legs. With what's the biggest difference? Their actual size. One literally looks like a mountain with legs, while the other literally looks like an albino, literally looks like Rudy if he was a machine. And most importantly, how stupidly, brokenly strong this guy's teeth is. These chompers are strong enough to make titanium look soft. It makes titanium look soft. Yeah, literally. It makes titanium look soft. I'm losing my sanity because of this goddamn script. Mostly, just like basically any giant, it leaves pieces of food behind so the young ones or anything else can eat it. They're basically the lords, the ones who do everything. And mostly the most overpowered, and not the most overpowered though, but mostly my favorite and some extra ones, we have the T-Rex or the Zestosaurus. Don't tell me don't be like, oh, so they're zesty? No, they aren't zesty. Don't be dirty-minded. Bang! They are more for zest, or what I like to call it, sneaky attacks. Master of stealth dinosaur. Basically that, not the whatever crap you were thinking about. And mostly, the freaking, sister of the World Stomper, the Sky Eater. Yeah. It looks like a worm? No, it's a giant worm with legs. What can you accept? It literally looks like a walking... Not gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it my way. It looks like a walking dingle dangle. Yeah, you thought I'm gonna say... Oh yeah, you thought I'm gonna say